The government just revealed a shocking reality. Even with a master's degree, expats in Germany earn thousands of euros less than their local colleagues. You might be doing everything right, working twice as hard as your German peers, but you're still a victim of so-called brain waste because you don't have this. Which begs the question, why is Germany failing to reward the very people who keep this country running? Even our Chancellor Friedrich Merz says we need migration, yet the expat poverty trap is real. Let's break down the 7th Poverty and Wealth Report to give you the 4 specific levers you can pull right now to fix your finances and claim the high earning life you deserve. Almost 700 pages. That is the size of the new 7th Poverty and Wealth Report. It covers the years between 2019 and 2024, a period defined by massive global shocks: the pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and record-breaking inflation. The conclusion: Germany is a wealthy country, but that wealth is stuck at the top. The richest 10% own more than 54% of all net assets, while the bottom half of the population owns almost nothing. And the report also confirms that migrants are disproportionately affected by poverty, even though migration is the only thing keeping Germany's demography alive. But the report also proves that this is not a life sentence. It's a game of strategy, so let's pull the 4 levers that turn these statistics into your favor. Lever 1, the recognition gap, or as we call it, brain waste. In Germany, we have literally a fetish for official documents and certificates. The report confirms that migrants earn over 26% less than locals, even when they have the exact same skills. 3/4 of this gap exists because you are being pushed into lower paying sectors, simply because you lack the right document. Without a formal Anerkennungsbescheid, the system treats a master's degree holder like an unskilled worker and pays them accordingly. But here's the good news. Successful recognition is the single most profitable investment that you can make. It boosts your salary by around 20% and finally brings you on par with your native German colleagues. And how do you do that? First, go to the Recognition Finder portal and check if your profession is regulated, like doctors or engineers. If it is not regulated, you must get a statement of comparability from the ZAB. This document is a massive lever for your next salary negotiation. It tells your German HR manager, this degree is exactly like a German master's. Pay me what I'm worth. Second, focus on completeness over speed. Request your full transcripts and credit hours from your university, because document ping pong with German authorities is a career killer. But what if you can't get your original transcripts? Then don't give up, because under paragraph 14 of the Berufsqualifikationsfeststellungsgesetz, yes, you have the right to a Qualifikationsanalyse. This means instead of showing a piece of paper, you perform a practical work sample or have an interview with a German expert to prove your skills. And one more pro tip, use the recognition grant, Anerkennungszuschuss in German. If you earn less than 32,000 euros, the government will pay up to 600 euro to cover the fees, and up to 3,000 euros for any adaptation courses you need. But there is one investment that offers an even higher return on your paycheck than recognition, but most expats treat it as a hobby rather than a business strategy. Learning German is not just a cultural nice to have, it is actually a high-yield financial investment. Having very good German skills increases your monthly net income by nearly 22%, and even good skills provide a 12% premium. Why the difference? Because with good German skills, you can secure more leadership roles, lead German teams, and negotiate directly with the board. So, improve your German skills. And if you need one more incentive, you can deduct every single cent of your professional German courses from your taxes as Werbungskosten. By claiming these income-related expenses, you are essentially getting the government to subsidize your future salary increase. If you are in the right tax bracket, the government will pay up to 42% of your expenses. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Because here at Perfinex, it's about making your money work as hard as you do. So if you are ready to stop leaving money on the table and want a clear strategy for your financial future, book a free meeting with us with the link in the comments. You just invest in your German and we help you invest the rest. But even with a recognized master's degree and C1 German, there is one invisible barrier that could be costing you nearly 6,000 euros every single year. The 7th Poverty and Wealth Report reveals that expats with a German passport earn a median net income of around 25,770 euros, while those without it live on roughly 20,000 euros. That is a financial penalty of almost 6,000 euros just for your passport. Before any one of you starts wondering why these salary numbers are quite low, let's look at the numbers before we answer why expats with a German passport earn more. First of all, these are net numbers and not gross numbers. And 26k net is roughly 38k gross. And second, the government uses the median and not the average salary, which is at least 50k gross. Imagine you put one billionaire in a room with 99 people who have zero. Then the average person in that room is a multi-millionaire. The median, on the other hand, is the exact middle of society. If you lined up every person in Germany from the poorest to the richest, the person standing in the middle, that's the median. Okay, why does this passport increase your salary? Because it is the ultimate signal to your employer. It tells them you are here for the long term, making them far more willing to invest in your promotion and senior leadership training. It also wipes out legal hurdles, giving you unlimited access to high-paying roles in the public sector and civil service. So, start treating your citizenship as what it really is, a massive financial booster. And finally, lever 4, the biggest wealth divider in Germany, real estate. While over 55% of locals live in their own homes, only 35% of expats do. One reason might be inheritance. Some Germans get a massive head start because they inherit property or cash from their parents. First-generation expats usually don't inherit. And this leaves you in a vicious circle. Because you inherit less often, you earn less, and you are less likely to buy real estate. And because you are less likely to own real estate, you do not benefit from increases in value and pay relatively more rent, which in turn makes it even more difficult for the next generation to build wealth. Oof. Now the mood is rock bottom, huh? But here is the empowering truth. 35% of expats in Germany already own their homes. They didn't wait for an inheritance, they used their own income as a lever. The 7th Poverty and Wealth Report shows that expats are poorer than Germans, but it is not a life sentence. You are not just a guest in this country, you are the engine keeping the system alive. And out of 761,000 open jobs in Germany, a massive 80% are for specialists and experts exactly like you. Germany needs you, just like our Chancellor Merz said in the beginning. And now you have the levers to master the system. And if you don't want to rely solely on your income, but also want to know how you can invest here in Germany, then watch this video now. Thank you for watching until the very end und bis zum nächsten Mal.